When I got started in this industry, I was in the software industry, but when I had small kids and walked into the childcare centers with them, there's just a massive amount of paperwork on the director's desk. And I thought, I do software for this industry. Maybe I could do software for this industry and help them. And I used CRM, lead management systems my whole life in the businesses I ran, and I did not see that being used in the childcare center area. And that's when I went out, did the 100-center survey. Only 9% of centers ever got back with me and followed up. Thus, I think there's a problem.
And so obviously, Chuck proposed kind of the concept of what became ChildcareCRM, this lead management tool specific to early childhood education. And you know what? It wasn't a management system. So I stuck with my plan. I said yes. And that's when we went off to the races developing it.
Since they were still working their business full time, we spent nights and weekends, a really long, hard time for about a year and a half. Everybody was on pen and paper. It was a learning, it was education. You had to educate them of the value of this, but the value of it was just unreal. There was no data, no information, no follow-up. The return on your investment was just off the charts, and companies immediately saw that.
We didn't really have any sort of software systems designed for the early childhood education industry that were in the marketplace other than ChildcareCRM. And I think it really sort of speaks to how much need there was for it when you think about just how basic the product was. I had set up our Google AdWords. We were a small team. We didn't really have any marketing professionals, anybody with experience setting up AdWords at the time. I didn't do that right at all. And so I set it up to target all English-speaking countries. And we got an inbound, just somebody went on the website and inquired about ChildcareCRM from Australia.
Behold, Australia. It's like 9 o'clock at night and they get this lead in. And I will sell anything. So I got back to them that night, demoed them, and came in the office the next day and said, hey, we got to take our software to Australia. Can we get it set up?
Yeah. I don't know that there's anybody that works harder than the people that work in childcare centers. I mean, it's a demanding job. The kids are going to keep you busy enough, but then there's all sorts of administrative overhead and parents and stuff like that. If you have a platform that knows the data and knows what needs to happen next, it can guide both the directors and the parents through that journey in a way that can grow your center with so much less effort than all that kind of manual outreach and things like that. There's so many parts of that process that can be digitized and then even automated in the LineLeader platform.
But when you look at what LineLeader offers and the mobile experience, the modern feel, the modern look, like making sure I can get the updates of my kids throughout the day, there's no doubt, that I get those pictures, that I have two-way communication with the teachers, that can do check-in and check-out and all those things. I can pay my bill online, there's auto pay. I feel just really good about our position in the space. There's a lot of software that can help you run your business, right? And I always say that where we are today and what LineLeader offers, we help you grow your business.